peace of God is shining in me now. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. The peace of God is shining in me now. I will be still and let the earth be still along with me. And in the stillness we will find the peace of God. It is within my heart, which witnesses to God Himself. The peace of God is shining in me now. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. The peace of God is shining in me now. Well, thank you for joining me and studying A Course in Miracles. We're ready for lesson 208. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles. Here for Saturday, July the 27th of 2025. The peace of God is shining in me now, which is a review of lesson 188, along with the ideas, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. The peace of God is shining in me now. I will be still and let the earth be still along with me. And in that stillness we will find the peace of God. In that stillness, in that quietness, we will find the peace of God. It is within my heart, which witnesses to God Himself. That stillness, that peace, it's in our hearts, which is the proof that we're in God's image. It witnesses to God Himself. The peace of God is shining in me now. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Be sure to do your 2 longer practice periods, morning and evening, and then your hourly remembrance and thanksgiving. Let's go back and look in our text reading, and we're going to read 2 sections today. They're both kind of short. I won't say a whole lot, but let's read through. We're in chapter 22, Salvation and the Holy Relationship. The branching of the road is Roman numeral 4. We'll read it, and Roman numeral 5, weakness and defensiveness. So with Roman numeral 4, the branching of the road. When you come to the place where the branch in the road is quite apparent, you cannot go ahead. You must go either one way or the other. For now, if you go straight ahead, the way you went before you reached the branch, you will go nowhere. The whole purpose of coming this far was to decide which branch you will take now. The way you came no longer matters. It can no longer serve. No one who reaches this far can make the wrong decision, although he can delay. And there is no hope of the journey, and there is no part of the journey that seems more hopeless and futile than standing where the road branches and not deciding on which way to go. 2. It is but the first few steps along the right way that seems hard, for you have chosen, although you still may think you can go back and make the other choice. That is not so. A choice made with the power of heaven to uphold it cannot be undone. Your way is decided. There will be nothing you will not be told if you acknowledge this. There's nothing that you will not be shown what to do or told if you acknowledge that a choice made with the power of heaven to uphold it cannot be undone. Your way is decided. There will be nothing you will not be told if you acknowledge that your way is decided. Paragraph 3. And so you and your brother stand here in this holy place before the veil of sin that hangs between you and the face of Christ. Let it be lifted. Raise it together with your brother, for it is but a veil that stands between you. And that veil of sin, that veil of belief in guilt. Either you and your brother alone will see it as either you or your brother alone will see it as a solid block, nor realize how thin the drapery that separates you now. Yet it is almost over in your awareness, and peace has reached you even here before the veil. Think what will happen after. The love of Christ will light your face and shine from it into a darkened world that needs the light. And from this holy place he will return with you, not leaving it nor you. You will become his messenger, returning him unto himself. That power we have when we unite with our brothers, it returns to us and it helps them. Don't let sin stand between you. He calls it a flimsy drapery. Just not much standing between you now. Realize how thin the drapery that separates you now. Instead of it being a solid block, you start to practice a little forgiveness. Start to return to your reason, to your sanity, to your knowledge, to your knowing. Anyway, let's see. Paragraph 4. Think of the loveliness that you will see who walk with him. And think how beautiful will you and your brother look to the other. How beautiful you look when you see each other without sin. And how happy you will be together after such a long and lonely journey where you walked alone. The gates of heaven open now for you. Will you now open to the sorrowful? That's actually not a question. The gates of heaven open now for you. Will you now open to the sorrowful? The gates of heaven open now for you. Will you now open to the sorrowful? And none who looks upon the Christ in you but will rejoice. How beautiful the sight you saw before the veil, which you will bring to light the tired eyes of those as weary now as once you were. How thankful will they be to see you come among them, offering Christ's forgiveness to dispel their faith in sin. Paragraph 5. Every mistake you and your brother make, the other will gently have corrected. For in his sight your loveliness is his salvation, which he would protect from harm. And you will be your brother's strong protector from everything that seems to rise between you both. So shall you walk the world with me, whose message has not yet been given everyone. For you are here to let it be received. God's offer still is open, yet it waits acceptance. From you who have accepted it is it received. Into your hand, joined with your brothers, is its safety given. For you who share it have become its willing guardian and protector. Paragraph 6. To all who share the love of God, the grace is given to be the givers of what they have received. To all who share the love of God, the grace is given to be the givers of what they have received. So if we've been sharing the love of God, we're given all that we need to share this message that we've received. And so they learned that it is theirs forever. What you give, you realize it was always yours. All barriers disappear before their coming, as every obstacle was finally surmounted that seemed to rise and block their way before. This veil you and your brother lift together opens the way to truth to more than you. Those who would let illusions be lifted from their minds are this world's saviors, walking the world with their Redeemer and carrying his message of hope and freedom and release from suffering to everyone who needs a miracle to save him. How easy is it to offer this miracle to everyone? Just be yourself and share what's inspired you. No one who has received it for himself could find it difficult, for by receiving it he learned it was not given him alone. Such is the function of a holy relationship, to receive together and give as you received. Standing before the veil, it still seems difficult, but hold out your hand, joined with your brothers, and touch this heavy-seeming block, and you will learn how easily your fingers slip through its nothingness. It is no solid wall, and only an illusion stands between you and your brother and the holy self you share together. And then Roman numeral 5, weakness and defensiveness in chapter 22. How does one overcome illusions? Surely not by force or anger, nor by opposing them in any way. Merely by letting reason tell you that they contradict reality. They go against what must be true. The opposition comes from them and not reality. Reality opposes nothing. What merely is needs no defense and offers none. Only illusions need defense because of weakness. And how can it be difficult to walk the way of truth when only weakness interferes? You are the strong one in this seeming conflict, and you need no defense. Everything that needs defense you do not want, for anything that needs defense will weaken you. 2. Consider what the ego wants defenses for. Always to justify what goes against the truth. Flies in the face of reason and makes no sense. Can this be justified? What can this be except an invitation to insanity, to save you from the truth? And what would you be saved from but what you fear? Belief in sin needs great defense and at enormous cost. All that the Holy Spirit offers must be defended against and sacrificed. For sin is carved into a block out of your peace and laid between you and its return. 3. Yet how can peace be so fragmented? It is still whole, and nothing has been taken from it. See how the means and the material of evil dreams are nothing. In truth, you and your brother stand together with nothing in between. God holds your hands, and what can separate whom he has joined as one with him? It is your Father whom you would defend against, yet it remains impossible to keep love out. God rests with you in quiet, undefended. God rests with you in quiet, undefended, and wholly undefending. For in this quiet state alone is strength and power. This quiet state, the peace of God is shining in me now. I will be still and let the earth be still along with me. And in the stillness we will find the peace of God. It is within my heart, which witnesses to God himself. God rests with you in quiet, undefended, and wholly undefending. For in this quiet state alone is strength and power. Here can no weakness enter, For here is no attack and therefore no illusions. Love rests in certainty. Only uncertainty can be defensive, and all uncertainty is doubt about yourself. Paragraph 4. How weak is fear, how little and how meaningless, how insignificant before the quiet strength of those whom love has joined. This is your enemy, and that word enemy's in quotes because there's really no enemy, but you can imagine there is. This is your enemy, a frightened mouse that would attack the universe. That's your enemy, a frightened mouse that would attack the universe. How likely is it that it will succeed? Can it be difficult to disregard its feeble squeaks that tell of its omnipotence and would drown out the hymn of praise to its Creator that every heart throughout the universe forever sings as one? Which is the stronger? Is it this tiny mouse or everything that God created? You and your brother are not joined together by this mouse, but by the will of God. And can a mouse betray whom God has joined? 5. If you but recognized how little stands between you and your awareness of your union with your brother, if you but recognized how little stands between you and your awareness of your union with your brother, be not deceived by the illusions it presents of size and thickness, weight, solidity, and firmness of foundation. Yes, to the body's eyes it looks like an enormous solid body, immovable as is a mountain. Yet within you is a force that no illusions can resist. The body only seems to be immovable. This force is irresistible in truth. What then must happen when they come together? Can the illusion of immovability be long defended from what is quietly passed through and gone beyond? And the last paragraph, 6. Forget not, when you feel the need arise to be defensive about anything, you have identified yourself with an illusion. Wow. Let that be the lights that come on your imaginary dash as you're traveling through life. Forget not, when you feel the need arise to be defensive about anything. I'm going to defend myself. I'm feeling attacked. I'm feeling like I'm vulnerable. I feel like I need to say something and not let them have their way. Look what he says. Forget not, when you feel the need arise to be defensive about anything, you have identified yourself with an illusion. Whoa. And therefore feel that you are weak because you are alone. This is the cost of all illusions. Not one but rests on the belief that you are separate, not one that does not seem to stand, heavy and solid and immovable between you and your brother, not one of these illusions that does not seem to stand, heavy and solid and immovable between you and your brother, and not one that truth cannot pass over lightly, and so easily that you must be convinced, in spite of what you thought it was, that it is nothing. If you forgive your brother, this will happen. Oh, listen, look at that. You want to see a world where you're one and you're not in illusion, where you're not in pain, where you're not weak, where you can't be attacked? Then he says, if you forgive your brother, this must happen. For it is your unwillingness to overlook what seems to stand between you and your brother that makes it look impenetrable and defends the illusion of its immovability. Wow, the illusion of its immovability is just because you are sending out that vibration of attack, of vulnerability, but you're sending it out, and therefore the world mirrors what you think. Practice forgiveness. Lay down your arms. Lay down your defenses. And then you'll realize that you're one. That was just a flimsy drapery that seemed to be a block to peace between you and your brother. Okay, well, let's go. Well, thank you for reading through that with me, and I hope that you get as much out of this as I do. Whoa, I get so much out. I just keep reading it year after year after year, just learning more and more and more. It's written on what I've always told people, that it's written on such a high level that I've got to stand real tall to understand it, and then after I understand it, it takes a while, several years in my case, before me to really bring it into my being. That's the reason I do these classes, because I just think, well, if I could, I'm reading it anyway. Let me see if I can share it with some of my brothers and sisters. And I go back and I listen to last year's when I'm preparing for this year, and I enjoy just listening to someone else read to me. I'll go ahead and have my book open, and I'd encourage you to do that also. Have your book over and reading it, but then it makes it a little easier. I try to put the right emphasis. If there's something I don't really have real clearly in my mind, I try to just read it as clear as I possibly can. The things that make a lot of real sense to me, which a lot of it does, I try to put the emotion that I think that somebody that's excited about it would put into it. So I try to read it with that. Hopefully it'll help for you. Okay, well, let's see. So we know our lesson today is, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. The peace of God is shining in me now. I will be still and let the earth be still along with me. And in the stillness we will find the peace of God. And it is within my heart. Oh, it is within my heart, which witnesses to God himself. Our heart's witness to God himself. You could say our heart's witness to love himself, or love itself, or love herself. But anyway, that our heart is that. I look at the heart as the connecting link with the love of God. And then the peace of God is shining in me now. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Around the world, what holidays and observances are going on? It's Hari Yali Tej Day in Hinduism. It's honoring the union of Lord Shiva and Ma Parvati, and that's the union of Shiva and Ma Parvati. So the holiday in Hinduism, Hari Yali Tej. And then out of edible landscaping, I found that it's Auntie Day, or Auntie Day, whichever you like to say it as. Parents' Day, Bagpipe Appreciation Day, Cross Atlantic Communication Day. It hadn't been that long ago that we weren't able to talk to people except with a boat trip across the Atlantic. Then they got that cable put in, and now we talk to anybody in the world in seconds. Well, the world is changing, isn't it? I mean, just technology marches on. Thank you. I mean, I appreciate it just so I can share this with you. Gary Gygax's Day. He was the inventor of the game Dungeons and Dragons. Korean War Veterans Armistice Day. We should have peace for all wars. Unfortunately, it's not happening all the time yet, is it? I guess in reality it is, but we're still stuck in some illusions in this world, aren't we? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven, should all be our prayers, to bring armistice or peace. Take your house plant for a walk day, and take your pants for a walk day. I'm not sure what that's all about. I do take I got a little kitten, and I take him for a walk around the house a time or two, just so if he gets out of the house, because right now he's still staying in the house. But eventually I'll let him go out. But, taking a house cat for a walk makes sense, so they can learn the territory if they get outside. But taking a house plant for a walk, I guess you can take it outside and wash it off, give it a little sunshine. It'd probably like that, huh? Okay, walk on stilts day. Okay, can you walk on stilts? You like doing that? And out of edible landscaping, we've got another apple I want to talk about, and this is the Liberty apple. And it says of the Liberty apple, shiny, deep red, lighter the farther south Liberty is grown, crisp apple that is scab immune and resistant to mildew, cedar apple rust, and fire blight. Late summer ripening, keeps well, one of the most disease-resistant apples ever developed. Has a Macintosh aroma with a crisp, juicy flavor essence, very productive, so keep about 3 inches between each fruit, self-fertile, space dwarf, semi-dwarf, and standards in circles that are 10 foot, 15 foot, and 20 foot respectively. Zones 4 through 7. So if you only wanted one tree, this would be the one. It's self-fertile, very productive, very disease-resistant, which is what I like. Okay, and our word for peace today is from the Mosquito people of the Caribbean coastal area of what is now in South America, Nicaragua. And the word is Kupia, Kumi, Laka, or Laka. Kupui, Kumi, Laka. So peace be with you. And let's close with our song. The peace of God is shining in me now. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. The peace of God is shining in me now. I will be still and let the earth be still along with me. And in the stillness we will find the peace of God. It is within my heart, which witnesses to God Himself. The peace of God is shining in me now. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. The peace of God is shining in me now. And from our Mosquito brothers and sisters in South America, in what's commonly called Nicaragua today, on the Caribbean coast, Kupia, Kumi, Laka. Peace. The peace of God is shining in me now. Kupia, Kumi, Laka.